Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video of ES Futures Trading. This is a market update. I'm doing an update. I would try to explain, try to make sense of what's going on in this market. Okay. Um, I hope you also can understand what I'm seeing here. We were talking in the morning. No, that well, I was surprised. This is unbelievable how quick how quick a market can go from inventory being too long to inventory getting too short in a matter of I don't know, a couple of days actually. We were we were talking a lot in the morning about this area here. Okay. But a lot of volume kept happening here, and market was bought here. On A, the market comes down, makes takes overnight low, and then the second time it just stops here and then boom pushes back to the upside. Takes overnight half back, and but cannot. It fails to take POC and closing the distributions from. I mean, this is a history. It was history at the time, but it fails to take POC from the overnight. Right? It builds volume in this area. It makes an attempt to take that volume out, and then after that, there's a liquidation. We were talking also how notice how inventory was super long here this day. Get some liquidation on Friday, which is like not very unusual day, very rare day. It happens once every 3 months. And after that, you got the weekend, you got the Monday, a lot of short inventory here, short inventory here. And add to that what happened here in these two periods, only two periods, A and B here, all the way to the downside. We were talking also that how there was a big chunk of volume here. If there is a problem here, if you got a short here, if there's going to be a problem, usually that happens around these round numbers. This was a good reference as well, because all of the loans from here, if these loans were going to be taken out, um, the potential for downside was big. But the market was coming. The market had a spike. Talking a lot. We were talking a lot about the possibilities, the odds, the market having a spike to the downside here. If the market give us the spike, and after that, you just can see it here. I mean, there's a long distance the market travels here in just two periods. And after that, it just starts the same kind of behavior the market has up here, the same kind of behavior. It just starts down here. Give us a mechanical low. This low is absolutely, not good. The trend to the downside ends here on D. You know, on D. It ends here. So there is no more here. When D takes C high out, that's over. The downside is over there, right there. So you have to start thinking again. Okay, what is happening now? Things are changing. This is, you know, trading markets are constantly changing, constantly, all the time they are changing, and there is change happening here. So what will happen? What can happen here? Okay, I will see. Okay, if the market can give me an opportunity to sell, I would like to sell a rally. Okay, that is what I was thinking here. And it the next period happens, and boom, you got an E high here, very close to D high. And that's when I say, okay, I mean, here in D, they also having a rotation where increasing, it changed to the upside. It increases the odds to having a rotational market here. So I wasn't looking to the downside here anymore in the active way. And when E happened, E low happened, and then F low, God damn, what the heck is this, right? What kind of base is this for a rally? This is a super weak base. We have a non-excess low here, intraday, and the non-excess. And these kind of lows, kind of like a matching lows, you know, many times the market just got too short. It just get too short because you got this inventory, the overnight short. This long distance the market has traveled to the downside, very short. It gets too short now to keep going lower, and the market keeps giving us these low references here. But the thing, remember, they changed the things. And when this happened low here, and there was a matching high here, matching high fields, and then high that was F high was selling from exactly the hard back. That's when I say, no, okay, this is nothing here for me to the downside. It's super risky. Being short was going to be super risky. So what I was kind of I don't like to say this word, but I was looking for a rally to sell the market, but no, it just the things changing. There was not a rally that was yeah, removing or rebalancing the short inventory. This was a rally for real. Okay, that's a rally thing. The next thing, monitor for continuation, crossing the distributions. We had a distribution here. That distribution was close or was close. No, so there's another reason now not to look to the downside. You know, in the same way how in the morning we were talking about, there was a lot of reasons here that favor or the increase of the odds of a break or a downside spike. As the market was doing these things, and you start monitoring if you have a long here, right? I didn't. I did not have a long here. What prevent me, what I couldn't overcome, you know, that having a non-access here, another. It's just I couldn't, right? But I failed. My fail was that I these shorts, these weak shorts, were actually out of my memory. I completely forgot about those things now. I'm very 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 um. We are having a rotational market here now. Just a second, please. Now, what I was looking for, I was thinking first, you know, if this market don't close the distributions, yeah, when the market was down here, this could be a good area to be. This could have been a good area to be a sell. But I start thinking as well, okay, this is values lower here. We have POC five five wide here. And what are the odds now of having moving POC higher here? You got one, two, three, four wide here. Market trading, making another period here, that will give us 5 period wide. That will give us 5 period wide. But there's a lot of things that are coming. Kids are on vacation. My kids are out of school, and boy, this is super hard to remain focused on your job, on my job here, because these kids are kids, right? Oh, okay. Where we were? We were here. Um. Oh, well, I was telling. We were talking about that. Failing to close the distribution was could have been a good. You start to working in scenarios in your mind as the market develops. So I was thinking, okay, if the market can close its distribution, that could be a good level to be a seller here. But it did close it, and not just close this distribution, but also make a high, make a matching high. I was looking as well. I was watching how volume develops, right, in this history. It start building volume around around what area? Remember this area? Around the same area. This same area is being used as for selling. Now, we have a rally, we have a break, we have a rally, and here is when I start to notice, when I come back to my mind, okay, this short inventory, weak, a short inventory here in the hand of the weakest traders. We have the overnight traders here. Good odds when D took high, see high out. Good also having a rotational market here. Um, yeah, this high here, now the next thing, monitor for continuation is this market should take this high. But remember, I don't want to be, I know, now is, should I look to the upside? I don't want to look to the upside in a market that has value lower, that has a gap to the downside, and it is going to the downside. There's some rebalancing going on in the market. This value is inside this 2-day range here. Why I would like to be alone here? The opportunity was down here, somewhere down here. I miss it. So, so what, right? I'm not going to chase this market. This is when, this is when, you know, when traders lose capital, mental, mental capital here, right? The trade has happened here, and the trade is, more likely it was this. No, it was just this area here. In the same way, as we have this volume here, this big chunk volume here as a potential destination of the downside trade, this could have been. This is it. Whatever will happen, the upper side is extra here. But the thing is, if you have only one position, one call or one future, what can you do, right? You cannot trim because you just close it. But if you have two or more than one, this is when you start to hedge, and when you start to trim your position, take profits here, or hedge, whatever position you may have, because this was it down here. The next thing, monitoring for continuation. If there's anything to the outside, we have the gap here. Okay, we have the gap here. Gap has been gap. My bad. First thing. Oh, by the way, this distribution clause is not a reference anymore. We have overnight hardback, overnight POC here. There was in the morning this high here. This is I would consider this irrelevant here. All right. That was my market update. Look, I mean, being long is very risky. It's super risky. Non-access here, mechanical level here. Not just be careful. There's a lot of short inventory here in the hand of the weakest traders. The market could be, they know. Traders, professional traders know what's going on in here. In here. Be 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 careful here. This is the trade has, you know, the opportunity has has play out here. What I mean with this is if we have a distribution, oh, come on, oh come on. If we have a distribution curve here, you have a distribution curve. Well, this is the innovators and early adapters. Could have happened. First, it could have happened. The downside trade could have happened in this area here, right? Innovators, early adapters, early majority. I was here in this area. Late majority, here, and laggards here. Okay, this is laggards. In in hindsight, in hindsight, it's easy to see. But try to imagine what's happening here. Uh, and now the second trade. Now the second trade. This is in. I mean, the laggards are in this area, right? When the trade is over, the laggards to the downside. Well, these ones, all these traders here, all the trading that happened here. Now the lower the upper side, it's very hard. This is hard. This is hard. This could be innovators here. You know, early early majority maybe in this area here. Late majority this area over here. And what could happen or could be happening here is this part after the market take this breakout, this area that we have here. This could be the laggards. You know, these ones are these traders here that are expecting a spike to the upside. It could happen. Remember this inventory here. This inventory is overnight trading. A lot of shorts here. A lot of shorts. Um, but I saw I could identify only one trade, right? The downside trade after the market opened in the second period in B and watching all the volume that was accumulated. Where was accumulated? Was accumulated here. It failed to build value in this area, and then from here this was a liquidation. And this is it. This is it. Not there's not here, there's not here, but this one. Right? This is when you see things going on. Right? When you see the trade develop. You know? I mean, I don't see. I am not saying that this is bad, right? For my perspective, from my point of view, because I am not the innovator kind of trader. Okay, I am kind of more like an early. I try to be in the early majority on or in this section, of the trade. This is where I try to be. That's my goal. I don't have the vision here, to be here and not to be. I was a lot of times, many times I was a ladder, you know. So it hurts so much. It hurts so bad being a laggard, being killed so many times by the market that to get rid of those memories, to get rid of the feeling and go long here, for example, you know, it prevents you to be part of this part of the market. The innovators are early adapters because you can see the things going on. If you got a short here in this area, which was targeting the 4110, why? Because of the volume we have seen here. Um, and because if there's any problem, the 4400 was going to be the area where the problems could arise, right? Um, The pain that I had when I was in this area for so many times before, kind of like, until you overcome that fear, I will still be, I won't be able to go here to take this long until I overcome those fears. And how you do that when you start to be more uh, consistent. You start to win, to have win after win after win. Not necessarily win after back to back to back to back wins, but cutting cutting your losses short, and letting your wins stand. Right? And in order to do that, you need to have a perspective. You need to have an understanding what the market is doing. Why, for example, why would you sell here in this area, right? Why do you want to be a seller? Okay, what I'm trying to say is, why do you want to be a seller here or here or here? Why you want to be a seller in those areas? Because the market is going lower? Okay, that's one thing, but it's not the only thing. If if I'm going to do that, okay, if the market is going higher, I'm going to go low. The market is going to go lower, but the context, all right? Uh, when you when you have the context, when you have the information, what the market can be doing is when you have your odds of success increases. You have this one. We talk about how was nothing here in this area. In this area, there was single prints, right? From this day. There was nothing that the market take that high, that low, that this area. Single, the market take these lows. We were talking about weak levels here, I mean, stops here, stops here. Once these ones are well taken, there was nothing here that prevent or that can hold or can support the market. All right. Now, on the upper side, we have the first thing the market needs or targets this, can target this one is market. We need to close the gap. This is the gap. This area is the gap. And this is the gap close here, and this is the gap low. This area here is the gap. In between, we got this overnight POC, overnight halfback, and this inventory here. There's quite a bit of short inventory there actually. Okay, but I think that the trade could be actually overextended right now. Don't overstay. You're welcome. Don't try to get all of the trade. Market can take this high and go higher, but that was not the destination of the trade at the beginning, right? Which could have been this area here. And why? Why this area? Why this area? Okay, because of all the things that had happened at the open on the first period. All right. Okay. It is 1:12 p.m. Eastern time. Mm, the odds of rotation are high in this market. Inventory is the short inventory that is in hands of very weak traders. The same thing goes for the long inventory as well. Notice how this, notice where G, for example, was bought from, which was once the distribution was closed here. That's a reference. It's very mechanical reference. And where the H is being bought from, the high of these two periods. Very mechanical. Another mechanical reference here, and another mechanical reference here. So this could be too extended to the upside. Inventory could be too long. All right. I wish you guys a good rest of the day. Stay safe. See you another day. Bye bye.